Holy shit, $100. Refresh. 8 soul. Another $100. Holy fuck. Okay. We're removing the liquidity right now. I don't care. Remove 100%.
This channel is a pro of any illegal activities and all actions performed in this video are performed for educational and entertainment purposes only.
What's going on, guys? So, a bit of a non-typical video for you guys today. I'm gonna share some history on my trading journey and just my experience with the meme coin space in general over, 6 months. And I'm gonna go into a lot of different topics, so make sure you stay tuned. It's not your typical video. I'm sure you've seen the hook and noticed how I am making a lot of profit daily with new accounts. And I'll start off by saying that the meme coin space is very unpredictable, and it's not like the stock market where you just have to stay in touch with a couple of, sources, stay in touch with a few news channels, and you'll be good. This space is much more unpredictable. Well, the first thing is you have to, make sure that your wallet management is really, really good. So every day you create a new account. So as you can see, some people don't do this, but everyone should. So this is the first lesson that you need to take away, is that the method that I use and how I do it is I create new accounts every day, and I do a method that I basically rinse and repeat, which is something that's spelt like this, which I'm not going to say, but I'm going to demonstrate for you guys. I'm going to educate you guys on how people do this. I don't condone these actions myself. And let's get into it. So, my trading journey, the meme coin space, let's set this as baseline. It has been, for the first month to 2 months, it has been negative. I have been in the negative a lot. There were some upsides, but overall it has been negative. And only after about 3 months, I have been able to, start going more of an upwards trend. And I was not at break even up until about, 5 months is where I saw a massive spike. And this massive spike actually occurred not when I, found some tool, some, filters, or how to, find the right coins or whatever, or becoming an insider, which is actually illegal for most part. Some people can do it partly legal. They have some faces that trade for them, and they know which checks get around passed at what time. But for the most part, it's not legal. And this journey has started going profitable up until, not up until, but became profitable at this very crucial key point that I'm about to show you guys. This is where I realized that 99% of the information is a scam. So if you go onto YouTube and you find videos which show you how to, find X pages with the best callouts and filters and whatever, all of this is bullshit, because when you look at a chart, you keep on wondering why you buy right here and you sell right here. Basically, with all the KOLs and influencer pages that are getting paid to promote coins, they're buying right before you. And when you buy, they sell. So they sell on top of you because they got in earlier. And no method can help you become an insider to see which coins, which projects are going to do good. Unless you are the person who makes these projects. So you actually launch your own product. In this case, your own token, which is where I started launching instead of this was all trading. This was all trading. And this whole space was all launching. And I'm not gonna lie, launching was a bit negative in the beginning, but then it started going up. So as everything happens, most people like to call it luck. I like to call it skill because you keep on pushing, you keep on trying. And when you are a dev, you can go onto Tech Screener and you will see the same sort of trend with every single coin. Let me go into any coin you see here. And the top traders you can see are the ones who actually are. See this guy, number 7, he has made $1/1000,000 and he didn't buy any tokens, which means what? Which means that these wallets were sent tokens, and that means that they knew the developer or that they are the dev. So the dev gets in right here. So that's the most important bit that you need to take away from this video, is that you should become a developer. And you might be questioning, well, how on earth do I become a developer? There are what I like to call low quality devs and high quality devs. Low quality devs are people that go on Pump.Fun and create a token and, just pray. These are the low quality devs that launch on Pump.Fun. High quality devs are in charge of bigger projects that go up to millions of market caps, as you see right here. So, of course, to become a high quality dev, you need experience. But I will show you the first step to basically, making this journey a lot quicker. You can go on YouTube and type in how to dev or how to launch a meme coin, and you can try out all of these methods and you will simply just lose money, or you don't waste tens of hundreds of thousands of hours and just put them in the bin, and you take my advice, which I've went over in a couple of previous videos that show you a 3-step process where you pick a good narrative, you really put detail into the time you post and the details of your coin. So the logo, the website, how to make all of that good. It has to be 10 out of 10. I have a guide somewhere. I might link it in the description down below, or you'll see it pop up right here. And with this, you will already have 50% of the information for a successful launch. And the rest is how and where you launch it on. So the counterpart, you could say, the opposite of Pump.Fun is Raydium, which is where all the good coins get launched on. If you go here and let me just go look at my wallet. And you go here and you basically click on the dexes. So you go on Pump.Fun dex. You see that the market caps here are around 8K, 10K. These are see, new coins, they are around 5K-ish in market cap, and the liquidity is also around 10K, and you see everything is around the same. So these have no variation to them whatsoever. And to be fair, if you go on Pump.Fun and you go to any coin, you can see that it is a rug. Most of these coins, okay, well, except for this one, if you click on any coin, you will see that it's a rug. And the reality is, some of them aren't, but 99% of them are scams. Whereas the high quality devs launch on Raydium, because not only you have to be a coder to be a developer on Raydium and launch your coin, you have to code, which I will show you a method to get around it. But Raydium has much more eyes on your launch. So when you launch your token, look at the market cap, 50K instead of 5, 9 million, 2 million, 100K, 50K. Liquidity is 70K, 80K, half a mil. You see the trend. It's much more, you can say, saturated with money and eyes and buyers, which is very good for your coin because it has more exposure on your coin when it gets launched right here. Now, what do you do if you're not a developer? There is this website that a friend of mine showed me right around here where I started going up is where he showed me this website. I was launching on Pump.Fun over here. He showed me this website called coinflare.fun. You go into Google, you type it in, and this is a no coding Solana token creator that launches your coin straight on Raydium, which is insane because normally you would either have to A, code, or B, bypass the bonding curve on Pump.Fun. So this, you would have to wait until your coin goes up so high that it reaches a lot of market cap and it actually transfers to Raydium. Now there's Pump Swap as well. So this is not an option anymore. Plus, in order for you to make a coin go up like this on Pump.Fun, you would need to have at least 100 projects in your portfolio. A good marketing strategy. You need to know how to shill your coins, which is what I've wasted my time doing here. I have, well, actually, here, wasted all this time learning how to do all this, and I'm just giving you the shortcut. You can go on YouTube, you can try all this out. I'm not telling you to do anything. However, with this website, I do not condone anything, but after you put your, as I've said, how to pick out a good name, a good narrative, you can watch my video there. You pick out a random photo and you click next. You keep the supply at 9. The total supply is at 1 billion. You enter your description. You add your socials. You keep everything as it is because if you don't revoke, freeze, revoke, mint, and update, if you have these unselected, nobody's going to buy into your coin because you see, these are going to pop up as red flags. Mint authority disabled, which means if you have these unselected, you can print more supply, you can mint the tokens, and people are not going to trust their money in your coin. So you have to keep these on. You don't have to keep this one on because nobody looks at creator information anyway. And then you just click create token. After you do that, you go to manage liquidity. Your token, I already created one, is going to pop up here, and you need to create a liquidity pool for it, which you click max is how much of the liquidity pool you control, and then you put in however much SOL you want to put in. You don't worry, you get this money back because you are the first buyer. And after you create liquidity pool, your token will pop up here within the Raydium DEX, which is insane because people, pro traders, trade here. They will see your coin launched a couple seconds ago and it will instantly, as you can see, start getting insane traction, just like here. So after you get, some buys and people start buying into your coin, how do you actually profit off of this? This is the dark side. I don't condone this. This whole video is AI generated, but if you were to make a profit from this, I've shown it in my previous videos, you'd click refresh and there would be a minus button for this specific coin, and all of the liquidity that you see, it rises as people put more money into the liquidity pool. You can take it out 1%, 2%, up to 100% of the liquidity. So you basically drain the coin of all the schmickles. And this is just an educational videos. I don't do this myself. But if you were to do this, all of this money would go back into your wallet and you would be very, very wealthy. So there are other videos, demonstrational videos, I'd even say, for educational purposes only, that demonstrate this method, which are on my channel. Go around, like, subscribe, and if you have any questions, there's a Telegram down in the description below, which I also have a private community group, which you can go ahead and follow. So, yeah. Have a good rest of your day. Enjoy the opportunity. I don't know how long this website will be on for and how long this method will be available, but take advantage of this while you can. Thank you very much. See you in the next one.